The movie starts on an island in Japan where there's a coal mine. Many Korean workers are forced to work there like animals. One day, a child dies when a rock falls on him and buries him. Everyone feels heartbroken when they see the dead child. His family gets his body back. Then we see a Korean man who is known as the leader by the other Koreans. He tells 3 kids that they must escape tonight and reach Korea. He wants them to go back and tell everyone how badly they are treated here. To help them, the leader's man shows the 3 kids the way out. The kids try to run away from the island that night, but one kid gets caught. A guard sees him, shoots him, and kills him. The other 2 kids make it to the sea, but they don't get far. A ship catches them too. Next, we see a scene in Korea. Lee, who plays in a rock band, is performing at a party with his daughter and bandmates. After the party, Lee meets his friend who works as a detective. Lee wants to go to Japan with his band, so he gives money to his friend to arrange this. His friend agrees to help. Later, Lee, his daughter, and the band board a ship with the detective. There are many other people on the ship too. The ship stops at a place. Lee finds many letters from his friend lying on the ground. He realizes his friend tricked him and sent him to the wrong place. His friend also fooled many other people. The officers there put everyone on a train to take them to the island. When they reach the island, the soldiers and officers beat them badly. The people beg them to stop, but they don't listen. Then they separate the women and kids from the men. They take the women and children away on another boat. Seeing this, the men feel very sad. The men are taken to one place and their things are taken away. The mine company's junior manager tells Lee to play a Japanese song, so they all play the song as he asks. Then the senior manager comes. He tells the Koreans that they are welcome here. From now on, they will work for the company. Everyone gets a slip showing their account balance. It lists the cost of coming, living, and other fees. The company will take this money from their pay. Even after taking so much money, the workers get dirty food with bugs in it. Then everyone is sent inside the mine to work. After work, they go to bathe. There, a Korean supervisor is beating a boy. A Korean gangster named Choi sees this and fights the supervisor. Then the junior manager comes in. Choi tells him that he wants to fight the supervisor himself. Choi says that if he loses the fight, he will become everyone's slave. But if he wins, he will be the leader of all the workers. The junior manager agrees to this deal. Then Choi starts fighting the supervisor. He beats him so badly that the supervisor is almost dead. But then the senior leader shows up and says that the Japanese want Koreans to fight each other, so he asks everyone not to fight among themselves. But Choi still becomes the leader of the workers. Meanwhile, the senior manager is having dinner with many women and officers. There is also a young girl at the table. The senior manager tells one officer to play his favorite song. When Lee's daughter hears this, she says she sang that song and her father made the music, but the senior manager does not understand her language. So a Korean girl translates what Lee's daughter said. The senior manager is very pleased when he hears this. So he calls Lee and his band group to come to him. Lee is very happy to see his daughter again. Elsewhere, at a Korean army base, an officer is shown a picture of the mine leader. He is told to get this leader out of the island somehow, because he is the only person who can lead the Koreans there. The army officer agrees to do this mission, so he goes to the island himself, pretending to be a worker. Back on the island, the senior manager holds a party. Many other mine company members come to the party too. At the party, Lee and his band play music and entertain everyone. At the same time, Choi and the workers are working in mine number 2. Suddenly, an accident happens. A coal trolley breaks loose and goes downhill. Many people get trapped and killed. A fire also breaks out there. The senior manager tells his team to close mine number 2 right away. He says it doesn't produce much coal anyway, and since the workers are Koreans, he doesn't care if they die. So the workers close mine number 2. The workers inside get very scared and nervous. But when the senior manager learns that the Korean leader is inside too, he orders his men to rescue him. Otherwise, the workers might go on strike. The Japanese workers try to open mine number 2, but they fail. Inside the mine, the workers use dynamite to blast their way out. They finally get out. The injured Korean leader comes out and meets the workers. Everyone feels happy to see him alive. The army officer who was sent to rescue him is there too. Later, the army officer tells the leader that the army sent him to take him back, but he says he needs a telegraph to contact the army and call for a ship. The leader agrees and says he will arrange a telegraph soon. Then the army officer goes to Lee and asks him for the keys to the officer's room. He says there is a telegraph inside the room, but Lee asks him why he really needs those keys. Lee asks the army officer why he wants the telegraph. The army officer says it's because he came to rescue the leader and he is really an army officer. Lee says okay, but he will give him the key only if he takes Lee and his daughter with him. The army officer agrees to this deal too. After that, Lee secretly heats the officer's keys over a candle and makes an imprint on a film reel. He gives the imprint to his friend, who makes a copy of the key. When the key is ready, Lee gives it to the army officer. With the key, the army officer sneaks into the cabin. He uses the telegraph to contact the army and requests a ship to come. While he's there, he also finds the Korean account records. Then, we see enemy planes flying over the island, so everyone goes home and turns off their lights. Taking advantage of the darkness, the army officer takes the leader to a secret place. There, he points a gun at the leader and says he found the account records in the cabin. They show that when workers die or work here, their money and belongings don't go to their families. Instead, half goes to the senior manager and half goes to the leader's account. The papers even have the leader's signature. The leader says he didn't do it and that the senior manager is trying to frame him. At that moment, Lee and his daughter arrive and see everything. Suddenly, explosions start happening all over the island. The senior manager also gets caught in the blasts and burns. All the Japanese run to the bunker and leave the Koreans to die. The leader tries to escape, but his right-hand man comes to save him. The leader asks him if he saw the account records. His man says yes, he did. So the leader shoots him dead. Lee and his daughter secretly watch this happen. Later, the senior mine officer calls the junior manager and says that Hitler is dead. Now, everyone who helped the Nazis is being hunted down. America also dropped a huge bomb on Hiroshima and destroyed the whole city. The junior manager tells him that their senior manager is badly burned from the blast. They need help now. But the senior officer tells the junior manager to kill the senior manager and take his place. So the junior manager does just that. The next day, the Japanese people protest to get rid of the Koreans. They say a Korean assaulted a Japanese girl and then killed her. But the truth is that the supervisor assaulted the girl. To save himself, the supervisor blames Choi the gangster. The junior manager promises the Japanese that the Koreans will be punished, so the Japanese take Choi away. Then the junior manager tells the leader he will help him escape from the island, but in return, the leader must give him half of the money he made off the workers. He also must tell the Americans that the Japanese treated the Koreans well. If the Americans find out the truth, they will destroy the Japanese. The junior manager also says he will bury the remaining Koreans in the mine. The leader agrees, but the army officer and Lee's daughter secretly overhear everything. Later, the leader tells all the Koreans that the Japanese tricked Choi. The leader tells everyone that the Japanese treat them badly, but he spoke to the senior manager about it. He says the senior agreed to help them, so now they will get better food and lighter work. But he says everyone must go to the mine to celebrate this. Everyone feels happy when they hear this. But then, the army officer tells everyone that the leader is lying. He says the leader tricked them and took all their money in compensation with the senior and junior managers. The leader says this isn't true and calls him a liar. He says the army officer is just an American spy and they shouldn't trust him. Then Lee shows everyone the account records. Lee's daughter also tells them it's true. She says she saw the leader kill his own loyal man. Everyone gets angry at the leader when they hear this. So the army officer shoots and kills the leader. After that, they free Choi too. The army officer tells everyone that they will escape using the coal ship. Everyone agrees with his plan. Some people start making weapons to protect themselves in case of an attack. Then the army officer and some others take control of the coal ship. Everyone heads to the wooden bridge that loads coal onto the ship, but they see some soldiers nearby. Lee distracts the soldiers. The army officer and his men kill the soldiers. Then everyone crosses the bridge and gets onto the ship. The other Koreans lock the Japanese inside the houses and set the houses on fire. They also see the junior manager there. Meanwhile, 2 more soldiers see Koreans running away. The army officer shoots and kills them too. But the gunshots alert the senior manager. He orders his soldiers to chase and kill the Koreans. Choi and the Korean girl fight the Japanese soldiers with their group. Then we see the rope that helps Koreans get down to the ship breaks. The Japanese attack and kill many people, so the Koreans climb the bridge together to get to the ship. But the bridge breaks because too many people are on it. Half of the people make it to the ship, but the other half are stuck on the island. A fierce fight breaks out between the Japanese and the Koreans. Lee tries to lift the broken bridge alone but can't. His daughter comes to help him. Seeing this, everyone else joins in to lift the bridge. During the fight, the Korean girl gets shot by the supervisor. Choi becomes furious when he sees this. He fights the supervisor and breaks his neck and bones, killing him brutally. When Choi tries to go back to the Korean girl, he gets shot too, but he somehow crawls back to her, and they die together. Meanwhile, Lee and his daughter try to escape, but the junior manager shoots Lee. Lee shoots him back. Lee's daughter runs to help her father, but the junior catches her and holds her hostage. The army officer throws a rock at the junior, which makes him let go of her. When the junior tries to shoot Lee again, Lee's daughter smashes a bottle bomb on him. The junior manager catches fire. The army officer cuts his throat and tells the Japanese that the senior, junior, and supervisor are all dead. He says the fight is over now and they are leaving. Hearing this, the Japanese soldiers stop fighting. The remaining Koreans board the ship through the bridge. Lee is badly hurt and dying. Before he dies, he asks the army officer to please take care of his daughter. Lee dies and his daughter cries for him in deep pain. Then everyone sees a huge explosion in the distance. It is the atomic bomb dropped on Nagasaki by America. Everyone is shocked to see it. Finally, the movie ends showing Lee's daughter looking at the blast. Friends, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like and drop a comment to let me know what you thought. Most importantly, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Your love and support are what keep me going. Thank you so much for watching.